Oh, I see why it's called the Dwarven Colony now. It's an actual dwarf entrance. Okay. So we're inside the tree right now. Oh boy. Oh boy.
So you can actually go all the way up.
This is what I've been waiting for.
Whoa!
Like whoa!
They kill everything with this.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is ScrapMan bringing you another episode of Colony Survival, and as you can see, I got another friend here with me who's been building probably the biggest build, not probably, definitely the biggest build I've ever seen in this game yet. This is IcyCaress. Say hi, man.
Hi. I'm Icy.
So, if you don't know who IcyCaress is and you like Colony Survival, you're gonna definitely want to go subscribe to his channel like right now, because he has time lapses of all the stuff he's gonna be showing me, which I'm gonna be showing you in this video. Some of the biggest builds, some of the most detailed builds, some of the most amazing stuff. I hope we have time for it all. You got a lot of stuff in here. We've got like, what is on the agenda today?
Okay, so first of all, we have over 500 guards, which I need to introduce you to personally. Each and every one has an.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking. No, we're not doing that.
500 guards alone, just guards, not colonists, guards.
Just guards. That's the zombie attacks are pretty insane. But right now we're standing in the middle of the human village. This is where all the wheat farms and the wheat making starts, and this is where I actually started my first colony. This was actually right at this spot right here was the exact center.
Right here,
where I started the colony.
This spot right here.
Right here. This was the first block that I placed down. I just started building around on the outside in a circle. That was this first little area.
It looks good. Looks
awesome.
good.
Yeah. All right. Are we gonna like fly up here, or do you want to do the long walk?
Well, let me see the staircase, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to fly, based off of what I see.
I'll give you 5 seconds.
5 seconds. All right. Let me. Oh, it's getting steeper. It's getting gradually steeper. It's getting. Oh boy, I can't even see the top from here, man. All right. I think flying, just for the sake of necessity, like honestly, we should probably fly up there. So where are we going? Straight up.
Straight up.
So,
oh,
whoa! There you go.
Oh
boy. Oh, where are you?
With this build, I'm up at the top where the tunnel comes out.
But I'm at the top of the staircase. Well, kind of. All right, I'm sorry. I'm walking. I'm walking now. There we go. I see ya. Okay.
So the archers going up here are actually a necessity, sadly, because the zombies spawned inside that tunnel and slaughtered my villagers every time they went to sleep. This is where most of my villagers sleep, which is interesting because half of them don't even reach their beds by the time daytime dawns. So, but
this is insane.
Yeah, it's just a big giant old wizard tower that goes all the way up. I'll show you the first 3 floors and then we'll fly to the top.
How many floors is this?
About 7, I believe. So
okay.
This is the 3rd one. Technically the 4th one if you count the fact.
How many beds do you have in your colony, by the way?
At the moment we have 1,295 bed blocks.
1295 as of today.
All of them filled by NPCs, and every NPC has a job, a function within the community. So it was quite interesting for a while as well, because once you get over 1,000 colonists, and you need to watch out for this if you're playing this game and you don't like modding, the game will start to break. When it gets to
actually,
nighttime,
I looked at your video. Your colonists were doing crazy, like they were like meteors coming out of the sky. I don't know what was going on with that.
I might show you that at the end of this video.
Okay, that might be fun. Yeah. All right, so this is
where I stand.
Is this your kingdom overlook thing? Is where you kick people off who have misbehaved?
Pretty much. Get off. Okay.
That was close.
No.
Good save.
Terrible.
Right.
At the end of at the beginning of every video, this is where I stand and kind of like show off the kingdom. I wish you could see more from here, but things are so far away. So if we drop down, don't forget to hit fly before you hit the bottom. I don't want to pick up pieces of ScrapMan pancake.
There we go.
Continue. But
yeah, so we were just up there, people, like that. I feel like you kind of took like gave me like a really bare bones Cliff Notes version of that thing, because that thing is huge and we went through it in like 1 minute. But I guess we got a lot to look at today, so we don't want to spend too much time on the nitty gritty details. You can go to his channel for that.
This is my first windmill. I had to swap out all the blocks for it because it looked terrible the first time.
What do you got going on here?
This is where the
grinding?
grinders are. Yep. They'll grind up in there, so all the wheat farms and everything's distributed and goes in. And then we move on to basically this is where the zombies come.
Okay.
This is the only entrance to my colony for the zombies, which might be why the pathfinder's broke. They go through this little gauntlet here. And to date, no zombies that have started walking through this have made it through. Now, to be fair, I did turn off zombies after a while. But before that, none of them made it through, even while they were doing their teleport shenanigans.
That's funny. Yeah, I actually use a similar method for my little tiny colony with a tower defense kind of maze that they have to go through. And yeah, they hardly get past like the first turn.
But unfortunately, when you have a giant spread out like this, you can see I have guards everywhere on these little 2-high blocks that zombies just can't get up.
Yeah, I started having to do that. They've been spawning in my hotel that I have my people sleeping, and like just one zombie will spawn in, and I'll just see like Minter died, Minter died, Minter died. I'm like, no.
Just slaughters them all. It's nuts.
Yeah.
So the first thing I built in this area was that village, but the first thing you see when you actually come in here is the windmill and this bakery. So I
love the bakery. I like the checkerboard floor is a really nice touch, and the straw. You actually use the. I haven't used the straw for anything in my colony, you know, and I should because I just realized I have a beach and underwater themed colony, and I haven't even used the straw. So I don't know what the deal is with that.
It's such a good accent block. It's amazing. Like the other blocks I use quite a lot of plaster because I like using it for the white effect, which you'll see a lot more of later on. Don't worry about that. But this is the second grinder area, and there's an even bigger grinder area coming up. I've got so many grinders, it's absolutely insane. And then this is where the grind is real. Sleep. The grind is very real. The peasants sleep in here. Every single doorway has a guard. Because,
I see that. That's really ominous. I'm in one of them right now. It's so creepy. The guy is just watching these people sleep, and it's like the lighting too. Like he's all backlit and like silhouetted. Oh, that's the creepiest thing. Where are you? I don't know where you went.
Watching.
Okay, I see you.
And then these are 2 little entrances here, just for the aesthetic feel, with walls gathering it. And then if we head out here. You can kind of get a sense of the scale. Ignore that thing in top left-hand corner. We're going.
Yeah, I can't. It's very hard not to ignore that. That looks. I can't wait to see that thing over there. Oh my god!
Imagine being a peasant and looking up one day and seeing that.
It's like, hey, that wasn't there yesterday. What happened?
And then this is the little barn house where all the poor peasants sleep. This has become quite a common theme where poor peasants sleep together in like a little hut because I just run out of space. So I do that, and then all around the outside, berry farms, all around the inside, wheat farms, and then at the other side, there's a couple of tree farms just set up and going, just constantly trundling out wood. As it stands right now, I have quite a lot of wood. It's somewhere in the region of about 10,000, and then food, which mostly comes from this area. I was actually lost for a second there in my own colony. Food, which mostly comes from this area, I'm in the region of 700,000 food saved up.
It's crazy, man.
Yep, just been pounding out here for quite a while now, so it just keeps going.
Man, the wizard tower looks great from this perspective at night. You can just see the little accents with the lights on it.
One of the fun things that my viewers have started to do, which is actually really cool, is they start to look at the shadows of my builds because they look super weird. And the other day, a couple of viewers pointed out the fact that when I was standing on top of the wizard's tower and I was looking down, the shadow looked like Zenyatta from Overwatch. So it blew my mind. Yeah. It blew my mind.
I missed a word. Did you go down? Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Here I am. So this is the Dwarven colony path.
Oh, so you have different races that you've mapped out here. Okay. So what was that? The wizard's colony? What were we over there?
So humans is the center one.
Oh yeah, humans. Yeah, you said humans. Okay.
Yeah. And then human farm. Now, ignore this for now. This was an addition later on. We'll take the plunge into the depths there. It's actually
I see why it's called the Dwarven colony now. It's an actual dwarf entrance. Okay. That's awesome.
If you fly up a little bit, you can get a better view of the Dwarven King.
All right, let's do it. Whoops, I'm horrible at controlling this thing. Oh, is that is that a flame torch? Does he have a torch in his hand? Oh, okay.
He has a torch. He's a pretty big dwarf, to be fair.
Yep.
I've never seen a dwarf that big.
A big dwarf, a little bit of a oxymoron there.
Swap out the stairs for the plaster. Just felt like plaster really accented the floor a bit better here. And then started digging.
I see.
And started digging some
That
more.
must have taken a long time because that stuff is like the slowest stuff to mine.
And then started digging some more.
Wow. Wow.
So this leads down,
Wow.
and you can get a good overview of my mining operation.
This is your mining operation.
Sizable mining operation.
You know, I don't think I can do any more videos on my own colony. Whoops. On my own colony anymore after this, because my viewers are just gonna be like, it's boring. Nothing compares.
So the rich dwarves, again, stay in these little hanging areas. I wanted it to look very much sort of like it was overlooking the hard work. So every time the dwarves woke up, they saw where they were going to go and lived a life of eternal misery and slavery, constantly mining gold for me.
Yeah, I love the windows here, the different shaped windows and stuff. Oh, it even goes down here. What is this? You've made like a little cave?
There's several little caves that lead off from it. So this is like a little mining cave, and then there's another one over to the left, a little one further over. And if you head to the opposite side, past the awesome tower, I know I called it awesome, I built it myself, I'm so narcissistic. This is the smelting, more grinders, and my arrow crafting area.
That's crazy.
These grinders barely keep up, for the record. It's
So do you have any clay?
No, I think I started my work too early.
Yeah, I have the same issue. If you don't have any clay in here, then yeah, I'm assuming it must have been like an issue with starting too early, because I cannot find clay.
It's upsetting, honestly, because I like using bricks. But I've used bricks for some of the builds that I've done speed builds for. If you turn around, you see this giant spiral tower in the corner.
Oh, I think I see what you're talking about. Yep.
So Dre did a video on underground farming, and I got spammed for about 4 videos in a row telling me to make a tower farm, to make an underground farm, tower farm, underground farm. So I decided to make both at the same time.
Underground tower farm. Nice.
Yeah. I will give you permission to fly through the floors again, because it goes very, very, very high.
Oh,
so just keep flying up until you get to the top.
Yep. Oh, wait, this is top?
And here we are. Yep. So every floor, the peasant has their own little...
I went through the roof. My bad. I'm back down.
So every peasant has their own little like stockpile, has his own little growth area. He grows. This is all he does all day, every day. It's kind of a sad life, honestly. Yeah.
Yep. Seems like a pretty isolated room here. Not even any windows.
Nope. Well, I mean, it's underground. I mean, I could give him a window, but I don't know how the view.
There you go.
So, and then that is the Dwarven Kingdom in a nutshell, broken down, and yeah, very.
I mean, if you really wanted to be a great king, then I suppose you could make a window that leads into a fake scenery that you've built underground, so it gives them the illusion of comfort and outdoorsiness.
That would require me spending my gold. I am not a nice king. I'm a rich king. There's a difference.
Yes, rich king, for sure.
And then the final thing for the dwarven area, other than the millions of miners, is where the poor dwarves sleep, which is just in these little holes in the back. They're just yeah. Per dwarves. per. Alright.
Oh wow, it goes even further. There's a cave in the back of the... Okay, wow.
Just
There's like little hidden
cave systems
things. Everywhere. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alrighty then.
I wanted to make it feel as much like a proper mine as I possibly could. So they're chasing the ores. But then I got to the point where I made it so big, I'm like, I'm not even going to be able to get enough colonists to mine all of this stuff. So I focused mainly on mining the iron and the coal and the gold.
This is crazy, man. Even this just alone is like crazy enough, but you have like 5 separate factions of builds that are like even better.
So we're gonna go to this next one the proper way, first of all, which will take a little while, so prepare thy helmet for an editing cut. But this is actually a root from the mother tree, or Yggdrasil, as it's called in Norse mythology, the world tree. And if we go in here, it's gonna be a bit of a long walk, I'm not gonna lie, and it's pretty tight at first, so...
yeah, a little claustrophobic in here.
It starts to widen out, don't worry. This is... The roots, I believe, get bigger as they get closer to the tree. That's kind of the design I went for. So, yeah, here we go. Cool.
A very long tunnel.
Hi.
You fooled me.
Cool. So this then leads up into the center, and one of my biggest problems with this, I actually ran out of wood building this tree. The inside isn't meant to be hollow. It's meant to be full of logs, but well, you'll see. Kind of a bit. I mean, I needed at least another few thousand before I could fill this, so it was.
Wow. Oh, okay. So we're inside the tree right now.
Yes, I'll give you an outside view in a second.
Of a tree. Okay.
Pretty. I love this tree. This tree's it's pretty much it was one of my favorite projects that I've ever done in this game until today, when I released the new video, which you'll see in a second, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And then this kind of just emptied you out into the nestled bottom of the tree. Where are you? Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, a little bit slow.
Mm-hmm. And this is largely an empty colony. This is where the elves live, but elves are long living, so they don't really have much need for a lot of colonists.
Ooh.
And you just get some amazing views.
So we are on top of a tree right now.
Technically hanging underneath the branches.
Hanging underneath tree branches.
Yeah, you'll see it when we step outside. But this is the view from here. You can get a good view of the Dwarven Kingdom.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there's the dwarf.
The tip top of the tower.
Yeah, just the
render distance.
Just the top.
And then this out here is basically what the elves do all day for me, and that is mine berries or harvest berries. Or
mine berries.
Do something with berries. Yeah.
Oh yeah, now we can see the tree, like the actual like tree branches and stuff, kind of going on here. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and it's
cool.
this took me forever. Every single farm is lined with leaves, underside is lined with leaves, the paths are all wood lined with leaves, and underside's lined with hay. Oh man, it was
the detail. I don't know how you have the time for this, man. I don't know how you have the time.
Watching a lot of South Park on my other monitor while doing it. Let's put it that way. Luckily, I have the box set. It's great. So that's all of this. It took me about 8 to 9 hours, I believe, in total to get this tree built. No. This tree was 14 to 15 hours. Because I was gonna say 9
hours sounds not that much for this amount of detail. Here, I'm gonna zoom out here. So, ooh, wow.
Yggdrasil. If you hit F9 at the bottom, if you hit F9 while looking at the bottom of the tree, you can spin around it.
I can't do that because that's my recording button.
Oh, okay. Don't do that. Just give them a nice little view of it. You hit F4 and that'll put away your UI. I suppose that'll work.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. I could do F4.
So my biggest thing was trying to make it look like they were living at peace with the tree. So it was like having the leaves and everything make it look like they're hanging off from the branches. And I think I succeeded fairly well. Unfortunately, pathfinding was broke, so I had to build a path from the second human kingdom up to here out of leaves before they would actually come up here. It took a while.
Did you build it and then delete it, or does it still exist?
Yeah, I built it and then deleted it because it looked horrendous and there was no way to make it look good.
Oh, so now are they trapped up here then? Is that the deal?
Yep, pretty much. This is their life now. They can be happy with it. A lot of people were asking me to build an orc colony for the zombies. Orc.
Okay. Oh, orc.
Yeah, for basically for the zombies. And I was thinking to myself, because I wanted to do the Black Gate initially, because I just thought that would look cool. But then when I was a child, I used to have a Yu-Gi-Oh card called, I don't know if you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh when you were a child, called
I was a Pokemon person myself.
Right. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh card called Hyuzan Ryo, which was a crystal dragon, which I loved. And if you run over to about here and just look up, you can see part of her now.
Oh, goodness. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
So, you can actually go all the way up.
This is what I've been waiting for. This is what...
This is our thank. This is the tower that's from the middle of Isengard.
Oh, okay.
It's got the spires and everything. You just head up to the top. You can climb up to the top inside it. And you just wait until you're up here. It's kind of terrifying, actually.
Holy cow, this is really high. So how do you measure all this stuff out? How do you know what you're doing?
So I've been building for a very long time, and I have different methods of building. The first method of building is the fixed build. So it's where I would plan out everything in my head and then build the wireframe and fill it in piece by piece, methodically and basically perfectly so that it would work. And then I have another method which I call sculpture building, where I build a wireframe for what I want, which you can see the example of that in the dragon build video. Before we continue with that, look at that.
Oh, that's a fireball.
That is a fireball.
Coming out of a dragon's mouth.
Straight for us. You can hit fly now and
I gotta
have
get
a look.
even closer to that. I want to see what it's like if you're just on the edge of this tower looking at a giant fireball coming at you. Oh boy.
Just
Wow,
imagine
and the
being
frames
ice-
drop here a little bit too because of all that lighting, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty intense. So,
All right,
and then
let's get the
dragon
bird's eye view.
itself-
Here it goes. Oh my goodness, this is it. This is the climax. Feels good. Look at that. How about from behind too? Oh, look at the wings.
Yeah, the
Wait a minute,
wings
is
are
what-
specifically
Oh,
designed to. Basically, I wanted to make it look like she was mid-flat.
Yeah,
So I
you
specifically
can
designed
see
the
like
wings
the
to curve up.
contours. That's the craziest thing that like I don't even understand how you did that was knowing how to curve or contour the wings to actually give it that kind of flapping, windy look.
It's a very strange technique because first thing you do is you wireframe the main build. So I wireframed from the tip of the snoot to the tip of the tail, and then wireframed the two back legs and the wings. And then I sculpture built the main body, which is basically I place down an excess of blocks and just guess where the curves are on the other side. I don't reference. And then I come in again and I just shave off bits to make it look good. But the wings, I basically just felt out. It was more of just a natural thing for me because I knew how I wanted it to look and I knew where I wanted the grooves to be. I just needed to connect the dots, and you can see it in the video as well. You see me going back and forth, deleting and replacing over and over again until I'm happy with it. So it's time consuming, but it comes out with some amazing effects. So,
Yeah, I've seen some of your time lapses. So if you guys haven't seen those videos on his channel, definitely go to his channel because he literally has he's made it so that he has a third person perspective, static perspective of his build. So it's not like a first person crazy time lapse. It's actually you can see it forming in front of you from an outside perspective, which is really cool. Oh man, this dragon looks so epic.
I'm glad you like it. She's my baby. It's best thing I've ever built in this game. So far.
I guess the big question is, what do you do now?
Well, I've got a couple of plans. So I'm going to steal your underwater hotel idea. A lot of people have been asking me to build an underwater base. So I'm going to build Atlantis. But there's going to be a little extra secret added to it, which will be quite interesting. For your viewers only, since my viewers won't know about this, because we totally don't share viewers. There may or may not be a kraken tearing it apart.
Oh, okay.
And I'm also going to build another giant castle away out in the distance for the Northern Men, which may or may not be under attack by something.
I just
Very
realized you
deadly.
have a little ship here. That's kind of cool.
Yep, nice little shipyard.
Little dock.
I believe that's basically it.
So you've got the humans, but with a wizard tower. Are wizards aren't humans, are they? Are wizards humans technically?
Well, I mean, no, not really. They're technically. It depends which wizard you're talking about. I mean, Lord of the Rings wizards aren't. They're gods. But I mean, I'm the only god in this place. So you know what? No, they are humans.
All right, so you got the humans doing all the labor down here, and you got the wizards up in their high tower, being all high and mighty. You got the elves over in the tree. You got the dwarves in the mountain, which is really nice. And then you've got the orcs over by the dragon tower of Isengard. And I guess, so up next is the underwater Atlantis people?
Yep, or Mer people or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And then, or a giant castle, or I might come up with something completely new to build. I just tend to work day by day. I had a really cool idea a while ago for the world tree. I was going to have an ent just casually leaning on it.
Oh, that would be epic.
I ran out of time, sadly. So it was going to be quite a big build, and I ran out of wood, first of all. That was the biggest problem. So I was just like, you know what? Let's just make the tree even more epic. So before we end it, I want to do one more thing, and that is show you what nighttime is like firsthand.
Oh, okay.
With zombies on.
With zombies. Nighttime with zombies and 1,200 colonists.
Yeah, it gets
be great.
really weird. But look at the peasants. Look at the peasants walking along. You see how they're starting to lag?
Yeah, they're doing a little dance.
Yep. Okay.
Wait, and some of them are just standing.
Yep.
Like they're not moving anywhere.
When you start getting 3,000 zombies coming at you per night.
Oh, some of them are they're bouncing a little bit.
And
whoop,
yep.
whoop, whoop.
it gets crazier. So if you start flying around a little bit around the outside, you'll see groups of zombies going around in circles. You'll also start to see them teleport through my wall. They'll just walk right through it. They'll teleport over it. They'll start doing crazy stuff. And that's why I had to disable zombies. I'm gonna be tweaking the configs at some point to see if I can have a little invasion every night, you know, just something small and nice, so that my archers actually have something to do and there's some kind of threat. But it just what this basically means to me is once you get to 3,000 colonists, the game will break.
And it gets worse as the night goes on, doesn't it?
Yes. So later on in the night, you'll notice that the peasants actually start to disappear. They'll disappear and reappear. They'll blink in and out of existence.
Whoa! I'm already seeing weird stuff over by the windmill town over here.
Yeah.
They're like going through walls and doing weird stuff.
They'll just slaughter peasants in their path. Look at them go! And you can see, like, over by the peasants' town, how many zombies are just walking around this wall.
Oh my goodness, what is going on?
It is nuts. And then they just start doing, like, the conga. They kill everything when this happens.
They're just flying everywhere.
And then that's them starting to blink in and out of existence. You saw that at the end there?
Yeah, I was like, what was going on?
The night halfway through, that wasn't that bad. It gets a lot worse. So that's why I have zombies disabled, for anyone who was wondering.
That is funny.
That's it. That is it. That is the Chilltopia, as I call it. The home of me.
It was absolutely mind-blowing. You've definitely put a lot more time into this than I have, and have a lot more experience than I have, so it shows.
Thank you. It's appreciated.
Yeah, so definitely, if you guys liked these builds, which if you didn't like these builds, you're a terrible person, because they're objectively amazing. And you should definitely go check out IcyCaress, subscribe to his channel. He's definitely got some great content of all of this stuff, and as you heard, some future stuff coming up as well. So you don't want to miss that. Give him the sub, tell him I sent you, leave a nice comment, and yeah, you want to give a last word in here, Icy, wherever you are.
Yeah, sure. Inspirational comment. You can build a world like this. You can be a god, but one thing you always have to remember is have enough money to buy a bunch of new peasants. You know, it doesn't matter if they die. You can just rehire them. I'm a good king, okay? I'm nice. I'm a nice person.
All right. That was a great way to end it off. Well, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to the end screen. Well, you'll probably click away before I get to tell you to subscribe for more fun. And if you really like me, but like not in a creepy way, support me on Patreon. Oh yeah, check out this awesome video I made over here. It's probably even better than this one. Or it might be worse, actually. But if you don't click it, I guess you'll never know.